The sinister Scientology Corporation claims they can sell to their customers the powers and abilities that are usually attributed to God. The cost of this service is anywhere from about $365,000 all the way up to $1 million and your very life. They claim that they can sell the abilities to have absolute power over matter, energy, space, and time, what they call the messed universe. I suppose it even includes invisibility, which I can do, and it only cost me about 20 cents. I shall demonstrate. Okay, here goes. I'm going to make myself invisible. There, can you see me? I think I'm invisible. I can't see myself. I guess I am invisible. Don't even show up on the camera. Yeah, my ears always pop when I do that. Anyhow, I can make myself invisible, and it didn't cost me my entire life in Scientology. Unfortunately, many victims of Scientology have lost their livelihoods, their every cent, and often, unfortunately, their very lives trying to achieve magical powers and abilities by paying Scientology for these abilities. As of so far, it's been about 50 years, and not even one of their customers has demonstrated any such ability. Alright, who's the wise guy? Hello? Hello? Come on, put me back. Dang it. Well, darn it, I am not amused. Stop that. Where was I? Oh yes, the cost of Scientology. Scientology tells its victims that they are covered with thousands and thousands of body Thetans. These are the dead spirits of murdered space aliens. And Scientology will cheerfully take your money, and anybody's money, and remove these dead space aliens from people's bodies, so they no longer have body Thetans. Needless to say, one has to be pretty, to be blunt, fucked up in the head to fall for this scam. The reason they get away with it are two. 99% of the victims flee Scientology long before this amazing secret is revealed to them. And by the time they are willing to pay to have their body Thetans removed, they have been brutally and fundamentally screwed up in the head with thought reform, mind control, and generally called brainwashing techniques. So, to get to that level, one goes through operating Thetan levels 1 through 8. The first step, of course, before going on to the operating Thetan levels, is to first go clear. What L. Ron Hubbard meant by clear, of course, is a person is sufficiently brainwashed and under Scientology control that they can no longer think critically. L. Ron Hubbard claimed that Jesus in the Bible was just a little above clear. L. Ron Hubbard also said that Jesus of the Bible was a homosexual pedophile and that there was no Christ. Once one pays for the level of clear, which costs anywhere from, I don't know, about $7,000 or so, that has shown the Scientology Corporation that the person is ignorant enough to pay more money, and the victim is then invited by the Scientology Corporation to go on to the OT levels. OT1 and OT2 are basic levels where the Scientology Corporation makes people pay for to make sure that they are ignorant and stupid enough to actually pay for OT3, where all the secrets of the universe are revealed. These introductory levels 1 and 2, therefore, are kind of like a buffer that the Scientology Corporation uses to weed out any person that has any original thought and critical thinking abilities available left to them. Finally, one pays for OT3 and they get a packet which they take into a very secluded and highly secured room, and they open up their packet and they read about OT3, also called The Wall of Fire by L. Ron Hubbard. Person usually pays about $15,000 to $20,000 just to get up to this level. And by the way, this corporation calls itself a church, even though it has a price list for all of these so-called operating Thetan levels. One reads in that packet that one is covered with thousands and thousands of body Thetans, and those body Thetans are the source of all of humanity's ills. OT3 lays out processes where the victim goes through step by step to remove all of these body Thetans, and each and every one has to be contacted telepathically and told to leave the victim's bodies. This can be very time consuming and also, of course, very expensive. OT4, the victim has finally removed all his or her body Thetans, pays another hefty fee to the Scientology Corporation, and gets another packet in a locked room, and open up that packet and reads OT4, and the victim finds, by golly, they still have more body Thetans stuck to them. The body Thetans were merely sleeping, so OT3 couldn't remove them. OT4 wakes them up so they can be removed. OT4 therefore has more body Thetans, and it costs more time and money, of course, because Scientology is all about money. And the victim goes step by step and removes those body Thetans as well. OT5 costs more money, and also, guess what? There's more body Thetans. These are the body Thetans that are, I don't know, drunk or otherwise could not be removed by OT3 and OT4. The victim doesn't know that there's yet more body Thetans in OT5 until the victim pays for the packet, goes into the locked room, and reads the packet. And so these body Thetans have to be one by one communicated with telepathically and also told to leave the victim's body. This takes more time, this takes more money. OT6 takes a lot more money, and guess what? There's more body Thetans. The victim hasn't gotten rid of them all, even though the victim thought that she or he did in OT3, OT4, OT5, and OT6. So the victim is told that the end of the line to get rid of all the body Thetans happened in the previous level, and when they get to the next level, by golly, it's more body Thetans. OT7 level, guess what? By golly, there's more body Thetans. The victim thought she or he got rid of them in OT6, but no, there's more to get rid of. This is a very expensive level, and it requires security checks every 6 months, which the victim has to pay for, and a great deal of time is spent by the victims trying to get rid of all of these body Thetans. A hell of a lot of OT7 people working on OT7 to pass OT7 into OT8 are driven bonkers. A hell of a lot of them have gone insane. They end up in insane asylums, and unfortunately a great many also kill themselves. Finally, the victim has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and gotten rid of all of her or his body Thetans, and the victim is now ready to go to operating Thetan level 8. The victim pays an additional $50,000 or $60,000, gets the OT8 packet, goes into the locked secure room, opens the packet, and reads that there are yet more body Thetans that one has to get unstuck off of a person. If a person gets this far, and a hell of a lot do not, a very tiny fraction are stupid enough to pay this much money and go to this level, and you gotta be pretty goddamn stupid. They find there's more body Thetans. In OT8 level, it is almost impossible to get rid of them. So they keep on it, the victims, and they spend years and years and years on OT level 8. And of course, they're paying through the nose because they've got all sorts of auditing services and security checks and a hell of a lot that they have to pay for. There, can you see me?